It's your girl Julia Steele coming at you from my bedroom. Hey! Kind of doing a little rant today. Hope that doesn't turn you guys off, but I'm just honestly just surprised and confused about some things. It all started when I got a message. I'm not gonna say who it is or like what this particular GoFundMe was about, but I had shared a GoFundMe for a friend, didn't donate, and this friend messaged me like right after and was like, I noticed you shared my GoFundMe. Were you planning on donating to it? And I was like, I don't know, like maybe down the road. And she's just like, well, this kind of has like a bit of a deadline on it, the thing I want to do. And what it was, I'm not going to say like what exactly it was, but it wasn't like a pressing issue thing in my opinion. Like I mean, I can't judge on what other people need money for, but to me, it didn't seem like a dire need or anything like that. Not that it matters. But anyway, I was just like, maybe down the road. I mean, I just spent a whole bunch of money fixing my car, so kind of tied up right now. Not that it's any of her business. And she was just kind of like, oh, okay. And then she like went away or whatever. People don't say bye anymore. They just kind of stop replying. So I'm like, is this girl seriously like mad that I didn't donate to her GoFundMe? And this is like a friend I've known since high school. Like we didn't go to the same school, but like since that age. So I'm like, what the hell? And then I keep seeing these statuses by, and you can't say it's just a millennial thing, an entitled millennial thing, because I see it from every single age. But they're kind of just like, I can get a bunch of likes on a selfie or a meme, but if I try to ask for help, nobody donates to my cause. And I'm just like, so are likes the same as compensation? First of all, that's very weird, and it's also just, I feel, just really rude to impose on your friends like that and make them feel guilty for not donating to your cause, whatever it may be. I just thought that was so interesting and weird. And and I'm going to have people say, well, you have a Patreon, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to say GoFundMes are bad or Kickstarter is bad, because they're not. I love Patreon, and my patrons love Patreon. And, I don't beg anyone to go on there. I don't make people feel guilty for not, because I know how it is, and that's none of my business what people want to spend their money on. So, I don't know, I just really, really turned off by a lot of this kind of just very entitled attitude. Again, not a millennial thing, because I've seen it all ages, from family members of mine and whatnot, just trying to make people feel guilty for not supporting them financially. And I've never seen this before. I have never seen anything like this before. And I don't know where it comes from. I just find it so rude. And I'm just like, is this how it is now? We just depend on our friends and our family to kind of get us by with what we want. If they don't, we make them feel like crap. Do we really feel like just because we post something, it has to garner likes, it has to garner support? And I kind of feel like it's a social media culture thing more than an age thing or anything else, is that every thought that comes into our head and we put out onto the internet gets likes, it gets comments, it generates conversations, and we kind of feel rewarded by that. So when we post things like GoFundMes and Kickstarters, we're kind of thinking like, this is like that. Whoever sees my post, they're going to see that, and every little bit helps. Everyone should donate $1. And that's not how it freaking works, guys. You know that, right? Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. And I get a lot of people, artists, fellow artists and photographers and models, who ask me about my Patreon, because I do pretty well on there. Like, I'm so, so grateful for it. It's amazing. Never, ever, ever thought that I would ever do well on that at all. So I just, I feel very blessed and lucky and, grateful. So I get people who I've never talked to before, and the first thing they say when they message me, how do I make money on Patreon? And I'm like, who the f*** are you? Like, that makes literally no sense. And I think it's very condescending to people who may want to be your fan. And I just think it's not a good way to go about things. Like, and then a lot of the artists, the model, photographer, artist type people that want to do Patreon, they're kind of like, well, I spend a lot of money on supplies, and I spend a lot of time editing photos and doing this and doing that. I should be paid. But no, you shouldn't. Why should you? You chose that. You want to do that. Isn't it fun? I enjoy it immensely. You know, and I'm very glad that, you know, I have this avenue that I can kind of use to push my videos and my modeling and everything forward, but that's not owed to me. So, I mean, and I never got into this to make money. That's the difference. But I feel like people kind of look at me and see, you know, dollar signs, and it's kind of condescending to me from all the friendships I've made over the years with my fans, and, you know, how much, you know, attention that I pay to them. It just kind of, I don't know, it just annoys me a little bit. And the thing with just everyone posting on Facebook, like, oh, I can get so many likes if I posted a selfie, or if I was a hot girl, or if I was this or I was that, but no one wants to donate to my road trip to Cape Canaveral, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's not the same. It's not the same. Is it? Am I wrong? Like, am I wrong for thinking that? I would really like to hear your thoughts about it, because that message that I got, even though she was nice about it, it just was tinged with accusation. And it made me feel a little guilty, like, oh my gosh, I should have donated. Even though I'm in no position to donate anything right now. Financially, I'm effed. I just am right now. I put all that money into my car. It's not happening. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. If you think that I'm being totally unreasonable and maybe she didn't mean anything by it, whatever, but I just want to hear from you guys. I love you so much. Peace.